What you're looking at here right now is motion graphics generated by Claude Code and Remotion. The days of spending hours and hours learning After Effects, time graphs, motion blur, keyframing are all over because Claude Code can now generate motion graphics. As someone who uses After Effects daily, this tool has already sped up my workflow when building motion graphics within the software. It's really easy to use, it's really easy to set up, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can set it up on your own device and start using it today. Okay, so before we get started, I wanna go over what Remotion is, what Claude Code is, and how you can use them together to build these awesome motion graphics. So what I'm gonna be going over today is actually understanding Remotion and how it works, setting up your environment within Claude Code, and then finally the prompting techniques that I usually go over when prompting Claude Code to build the Remotion motion graphics. Now, I'm not gonna go super deep into prompting during this episode. The point of this video today is to show you how to set up Remotion with Claude Code and then actually prompting it with something super simple. Okay, so what is Remotion? It's a React-based framework where you can pretty much build videos using the familiar React frameworks. It might blow completely over your head, which it kind of does for me as well, as someone who has very little coding or developer experience. But the thing that excites me the most is the programmatic control of Remotion, where you essentially write code with Claude Code to generate videos. So instead of spending time in a timeline in After Effects where you're editing keyframes, you're editing expression graphs, you can write code to generate these motion graphics instead of clicking through the actual timelines. And you can edit it in real time and see the actual renders after it's done editing the code or developing the code. Another cool thing that I've seen is the web development skills where people are implementing Remotion designs into their websites. So if you want a terminal typing out certain code in your website because you have a software company, you can do that really easily if you had no motion design or After Effects experience and you don't have to hire a motion designer. Okay, we are now in the Claude Code terminal. And now I want to point out, this is the Claude Code for desktop app. I highly recommend for beginners. It'll make your life 10 times easier if you download the Claude Code desktop app. You can find this at Claude Code desktop app download online. Download it, throw it into your applications, open it, and then connect it to your accounts. Also, you do need to have a paid account to work with Claude Code. So Pro, Max, or Teams will work just fine. Now, what we're gonna see and what we're gonna use in the Claude Code terminal are gonna be kind of different. So you'll see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things you can click on in the terminal right off the bat, but we're gonna just focus on this prompt box right here, this output box right here where you can ask, code, or plan, the actual enter a message box right there, and then the project folder box. The absolute first thing that we want to do before we move on to the actual first step is click this ask box. You might have it on code or plan. Click code. A lot of people forget about this. So just make sure it is on code before you put in your prompt and then hit generate. You'd hate for Claude Code to go through your entire process and you notice it's on ask or plan. So just make sure it's on code first. So the first thing that we want to set up is our folder directory on our main desktop, our local desktop. So how to do that is you're going to click on this project folder tab right here, and you're going to click choose a different folder. Now I keep all of my Claude Code projects in my desktop tab right here, but you can put this anywhere on your laptop, wherever you want. Now, when you're in the tab that you want, click on new folder and then give it a name. We'll name mine first project. Once you have it named, then just click open, and then you'll see in this project folder box, it'll update to that directory. Now, the next part that you want to set up is actually connecting Remotion to Claude Code. And we need to get a call for that. But luckily, Remotion posted their calls all over the internet. They're on X, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. So I will show you exactly where you can find these links. I will also link where I found mine in the description below. All right, so I am on X right now. I found this actually in a YouTube comment section. The only thing that we need to copy from this Remotion post here is this MPX skills add Remotion dev/skills. This is the most important part when connecting your Remotion to Claude Code. When you do connect these, Claude Code can learn and train itself on the skills that Remotion gives to Claude, and then it can actually start building your animations. So make sure that you copy this exact call from the post. Again, I linked it down in the description. And then you're gonna head back over to your Claude Code for desktop. You're gonna find this prompt box right here, and you're gonna paste in that call for Remotion. Again, the most important part. All right, hopefully I have not lost you yet. You're about 50% of the way there, which sounds crazy, but you really are. The next part of this process is actually prompting Claude Code to generate with Remotion. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold Shift, Enter, Enter on our keyboard, and this is where we're going to start typing the actual prompt. Now, I'm not going to go into a different LLM like Claude or ChatGPT and prompt it to give me a prompt for Claude Code to build out this animation with Remotion. I'm just going to give it a very simple natural language prompt to show you how easy it is to actually start building these animations. So how I'm going to prompt Claude to build this animation is with an Apple style approach. It's going to be introducing myself, super simple, super easy. I want you to build me a smooth Apple style animation, motion blur, fast transitions, high quality, introducing Aiden Stanek, who is me. I live in Chicago. I'm 22 years old. I love hanging out with my family, my pets, and playing pickleball with my friends. I love AI and I try to learn stuff every single day. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna put, very broad. There's not a lot of nicheifying in this prompt, but I'm doing this on purpose because I wanna show you how easy the barrier to entry to build these animations are now. So once you have your prompt, you can follow mine, you can create your own. All you're gonna do is hit generate. It's gonna ask you to trust the workspace. You're gonna notice it's gonna ask you a lot of questions throughout the actual process of coding. That's okay. It's just asking for permission to access your local files. As you can see, it already asked me a question, allow Claude to run npx skills and remotion/dev/skills. Yes, allow once, or you can allow it for the entire session. Now I'm gonna let this build out for the next 8 minutes. It usually takes 5 to 8 minutes for it to actually build out a simple animation like this. So I will see you guys when it's done building. After that time has passed, I will show you how you can access the actual rendered video and start sharing it everywhere. Okay, so our Claude Code is finished. It did not take too long. It took about 7 minutes to actually finish. And you're gonna see a lot of different things here. So you're gonna see a checklist that it created. The Apple style intro is ready. The Remotion Studio is running at this local host link right here. Name reveal, all the stuff that it created in the video, it'll name out for you. But the most important thing is obviously you wanna watch the render. You wanna see the output of the actual video. It'll usually give you a link. If it doesn't give you a link like this one, this localhost 3000, just ask it. There's some things that you might need to download on your Claude Code terminal to run an actual local host render. So if you're not getting a link, just ask Claude. So now that this link is generated, all I gotta do is click on it and then say open link, and boom, you got the link to your actual rendered out video. Let's play it back here. I played it in the beginning of the video, but let's just watch it one more time. Again, this came from straight natural language. There is no prompting technique that I honestly used. I just used my natural language, my brain, and talked to CloudBot to build out this simple animation. Now, if I had absolutely no After Effects or motion design experience at all, I would not know how to do this. I really do think that the motion design or After Effects community industry is gonna shift towards this because of how easy it is to produce content. Now, again, like I was saying, my prompting was not great in this. This was all natural language. But if I were to use an LLM, such as Claude or ChatGPT, I can build out these really detailed prompts with different scenes, different assets, different designs. I can shoot for a documentary style. I can shoot for a Netflix style. I can shoot for, again, the Apple style. I can shoot for a sports style. There's so much variance within Claude Code and Remotion. Your creativity is really your limits. And the ability to build it so fast and so quick really shocks me, and it does make me wonder what is the next steps in the creative space. When you're interviewing for a job, are they gonna ask you, do you know how to use these type of tools in the future? Now, I'm not saying not to learn motion graphics. It's great to learn motion graphics in After Effects and compositing and all that fun stuff that comes with it, but this could be an extra tool that you can add onto your workflow, just as I have. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've sped up my workflow so much in the past week this has been out. So I see the potential. It's going to be big, and might as well start learning it now, start getting into the AI space, especially the creative AI space. So I'm really hoping that you guys enjoyed this type of content. So what I recommend is your next steps is to get familiar with Claude Code, get familiar with Remotion, and just start creating. It might look horrible at first. When I first started using Remotion and Claude Code, I had no idea what I was doing. It looked terrible. Now I'm using Remotion and Claude Code in my daily workflows to speed up my productivity. If you have any questions about Remotion, I definitely recommend going to remotion.dev. They have a lot of FAQs out there that people are asking as the software starts to evolve. It's only been out for a week, So it's very fresh, it's very new. But if you do have any questions, feel free to go over there or drop them in my comments. I will answer them to my best ability. And then what I recommend is to just join the community of creative AI people. If you're really interested and really committed to building an AI creative brand, stay updated in the space because it changes so fast.